It is a known fact that Lorville is going to benefit from a complete rework that's coming up with Star Citizen for 3.19, and that rework will come with the ability to fly almost anywhere around the city, as well as a new architectural set designed to accommodate future building interiors and the gameplay associated with them. And while this refactorization of Star Citizen's current oldest landing zone is a most welcome development, I believe that it is first in a series of rework, and I believe that ArcCorp will come next, and I will tell you why in today's video. Hi, I'm Urad, and today I want to take a deeper look at planet ArcCorp, which is Star Citizen's Ecumenopolis city, meaning that the entire planet is one big city, just like Coruscant is in Star Wars or Trantor is in Foundation. ArcCorp was released for the second quarter of 2019, which was Star Citizen's Alpha 3.5 patch, so by the time the next quarterly patches releases, Alpha 3.19, it will have been 4 whole years since its release, and at the scale of Star Citizen development, well, it's still quite a long time, and of course, as we were explained when we were introduced to Lorville's rework, the scope of development possibilities has since then been enlarged, and the tech used to create the game has since then evolved. And with Lorville being remade, the next ugly little duckling when it comes to landing zones or planets in this case is going to be ArcCorp. So, how is ArcCorp right now? Well, it's not in a very good state compared to other planets. Area 18, its landing zone, is the smallest of them all, although its small size is compensated by its practicality due to being able to offer all of the game's shopping options. ArcCorp and its moons also do not feature the volumetric clouds that we can now find on the other planets, which further reinforces the impression that the planet is outdated. On top of that, there is nothing to do anywhere else on the planet apart from an occasional delivery to another area, but even then, if you go to the planet's other areas, you won't find anywhere to go other than a few landing pads that were once there placed for the purpose of these delivery missions. Now, overall, ArcCorp feels like a huge missed opportunity at providing us, the players, with an urban playground to interact with, but as we are going to discuss, it's probably only going to be temporary. As always with Star Citizen, the current limitations are due to server meshing not being there, and I suspect that ArcCorp's stagnation is yet another example of that. In fact, ArcCorp, as we know it today, is far from the end vision the developers have for the planet. For example, the planet is supposed to harbor an ocean which would act as a reservoir, a supply of water for the local industry and population, and will be also where the clouds and then the rainfalls will be coming from. Yet, as of now, that ocean is nowhere to be found. One could imagine that with its creation will come a new shoreside type of building that will be designed to make use of the body of water for both industrial but also leisure purposes. And so, the next big change that ArcCorp would have to experience could be the inclusion of the functional buildings that we saw in Inside Star Citizen a few weeks ago. These would not only include player habitations, which should be near limitless and cheap on a planet like this, but also player-owned production facilities, as ArcCorp is known first and foremost as being humanity's premier factory world. Again, because of the near-limitless supply of factory space, it should be expected that ArcCorp might become the entry-level area for player-owned production. And because of the abundance of real estate, and therefore the business should also expect to see some very fierce competition, resulting in very low retail prices for manufactured goods, resulting in further strengthening the attractivity of the planet, reinforcing the needs for infrastructure to be able to harbor the millions of ships that would come and go every day. And this too is something that is planned, as those concept images tend to suggest. This would therefore make out of ArcCorp the industrial powerhouse it was always meant to be. So, we talked about game assets and the economy, but what about gameplay? Well, I think that eventually ArcCorp will get to feature similar gameplay found on other planets in the form of FPS missions, investigation missions, or retrieval missions, with building interiors being generalized. Generating these missions procedurally should become an easy task and will offer plenty of things to do for players looking for some action. On a final note, speaking of action, I would also like to see the local convention center host its own PTV racetrack, because those are really fun, especially with friends, and it's a shame that we only get to see one in Horizon to be able to experience how fun it is. Anyway guys, this is how I think ArcCorp will evolve, but let me know in the comment section down below, how do you envision ArcCorp's future, and how do you think Cloud Imperial Games will modernize their Ecumenopolis city, or what would you like to see perhaps being added into the game, or at least into ArcCorp? Well, let me know. Subscribe to the channel, answer the question, and you can be in for a chance to win an Inver Centurion. Also, we have a freelancer max on Discord to win, so here you can either join via a video sharing contest or support the channel on Patreon or via the YouTube Join membership program. Thank you so much for watching, guys. A big shout out again to Dr. Fabin, Wolfbagpug, Zio Crusher, Deplorable Infidel. It's been Irad, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. A premium video like this one takes a lot of time and effort to record and edit, and I am aware that you'd like to see more of these as much as I'd like to produce more as well. This is why I rely on YouTube and Patreon members as well as Twitch subscribers to keep the lights on and help me become one day a full-time content creator. The closer you help me achieve this goal, the more I can do for you. Together, we've already accomplished so much, and I cannot thank you enough for your support. You are making all of this possible.